Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. Hope you guys are doing well. Prophet John here once again, and today we're going to be talking about my one of my prophetic words from literally 10 years ago about the rise of Asian women. People could not even think about this back in those days because it was all about, you know, melanated bronze women, light skinned women, light brown women, white women. Um, Back then, and women in the South were rising back 10 years ago. Actually, they weren't rising; they were there, right? Everybody wanted a southern, thick Southern girl in their music videos or on the screen and everything. So, and when I said that that we're gonna see within, in the future, we're going to see the rise of Asian women, but not just Asian women like these women right here that you're looking at, but the rise of Asian women that are mixed with melanated, bronze mixture. So basically, there'll be Asian and African American, Asian and black, Asian. I don't use the word black, but Asian and bronze. But I'm just trying to let you see what I'm talking about. They would be mixed with our melanated sisters. So they'll have the Asian look that you see here, but they'll have the melanated body, right? That fit, strong melanated body. And we're starting to see that a lot. You're seeing it all over the place. You can't even get away from it. And there's even Asian and Spanish now, right? That's mixing a lot. We're starting to see a lot of Asian Spanish women, okay, Asian Puerto Rican women, so Asian people are mixing like never before, right? And I saw this coming, and that's why I did a prophetic word about it back in the day. I said Asian women, the rise of Asian women is going to happen, and they're going to try, as Asian women, to take over everything. And that's what we're seeing right now. You can't go on YouTube without seeing Asian women on a commercial. They're everywhere. They're all over Instagram. They're all over Facebook. They're all over Twitter. They're all over YouTube commercials. They're everywhere. And Asian, and they're all different kind. They're Asian and Puerto Rican. They're Asian and European. They're Asian and Caucasian. They're Asian and bronze. They're Asian and African. They're Asian and Arab. Like, this is crazy. But I guess it was all leading up to the Olympics, as well, and it was also leading up to the Biden administration because he's also pro Asia, right? And so, and then right when Biden was coming in, they had this agenda about pushing Asian people to the forefront. And so they created this Asian hate crime, hate speech stuff that they created out of thin air, right? Because Trump was in office, and so they created this Asian hate speech, you know, and they did that on purpose because they wanted to push Asian people to the forefront as Biden comes in because he's pro China, right? And we're good friends with Japan. That's our war buddy, right? Japan's our war buddy, and but Biden's a China guy, right? He's basically sold out to the CCP, including many people in Congress, right? And if you guys didn't see that list of all the people that are part of CCP from Congress, it's embarrassing. They should be actually thrown out of their offices. I'm surprised that America hasn't done that yet. The American people haven't said, "Wait a minute, you're part of the CCP. That means you cannot be for America, right?" And so you got to go. But that didn't happen. Where are all the good guys and all these entity groups and stuff that were supposed to be protecting America from the CCP and all our and all our enemies, foreign and domestic. Anyways, Then I did a video on TikTok, and look what happened with TikTok after that video. About a year later, everything started blowing up with TikTok. Investigations into TikTok and TikTok this, TikTok that, TikTok stealing this, TikTok stealing data over here, TikTok doing this, TikTok doing that. That was literally I think it was literally a year after my video warning people about TikTok. Remember that? I still don't have a TikTok account, but I did a video warning you guys about TikTok. It's not YouTube is demonic. We all know that. Instagram is demonic. Facebook's demonic. Twitter's demonic, and they're run by demonic people. So is TikTok, right? But TikTok has a different agenda, right? And TikTok was made over in China, right? They're also pushing this Asian thing. If you because a lot of TikTok videos are on Instagram. So if you go to like search and you scroll down, you will see all these like videos, and a lot of them are just a lot of them are TikTok. They'll even be encoded TikTok watermark TikTok on the bottom of it. So they just transferred it to Instagram, right? But you'll see a lot of Asians as well because that it's a China company, right? But it's more of the users in TikTok are American though. But it's still a lot of Asians on there, right? A lot of Asians infiltrating TikTok and all these things, and they're just being Asians. They don't understand what's happening, right? But for some reason, they just came out of nowhere. For most of you people, they've came out of nowhere. But for me, I saw this 10 years ago. I saw what was going on 10 years ago. I saw the transitioning happening. Right, and they always do it in slow. They always do it in slow transition, and then once they get to the point that they're ready to go, they bring the climax, and that's why you're seeing all these Asian women's now everywhere, all over every ad, every television, every commercial, because once they slow roll it, that you can't tell what's going on, boom, it's right in front of your face. It's too late, and that's what they're doing. That's what they did, but I could see it. I called it out. I said, "Oh, they're about to do. They're about to." I was like, "Oh, black." Back then, I was calling people black, but I was like, "Yo, you black women, white women, you better get ready. You got a fight in your hands coming." And they were like, "What?" Yeah, Asian women. Asian women are going to look like you. You know what I mean? They're going to not look like they look right now. They're going in 10 years from now. They're going to look like you. They're going to look, and they're going to be mixing. So they're not gonna have these little tiny bodies anymore. They're gonna be built. They're gonna be. Some of them are gonna be 5'10" and 5'9" and 5'8", and they're gonna compete against you guys. They're gonna be doing modeling. They're gonna represent America and not China or Japan. They're actually gonna be representing America. I saw this coming, and there's more of them than you by a lot. Right? So you talk about the African American women, you're talking about the Caucasian women. These Asian women outnumber, them in America, and they're about to outnumber everyone in America, right? Every woman in America. There's so many Asian women. China alone has 2 billion people, and literally 80% of it, almost 70% of it is women, right? Because women dominate the men in numbers by literally 3 to 1. If you go to Georgia, it's like 9 to 1 women over men, right? It's getting kind of scary a little bit with these numbers of women, of so many women are being born compared to men. And so the competition, especially for the high value men, as Kevin and others say, is going to be even more stiff, right? Because now you have to deal with these women, right? These Asian women that have come up and they look like you now. They look Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican. They look half white. They look African American if they're mixed, right? like my homie, like my homegirl Ayoki. I said Ayoshi. Ayoki, like my homegirl Ayoki. If you look at her, you wouldn't be able to tell that she's Asian, right? Until you look at her even closer and you see some of her pictures, and you go, okay, I see, yeah, she definitely she Asian, yeah, she Asian, she mixed with Asian and African American, but you're not gonna be able to tell right away, right? You have to look another, you have to look unless she's wearing some like Asian hair wrap or something like that, you wouldn't be able to tell right away. You know that she mixed, but you wouldn't know what she's mixed with, right? Right away until you look at her closely. And that's what I'm talking about. These Asian women, these Asian women are mixing, and so we got this rise of Asian women. And a lot of the high value white men and African American men like these types of women. They do, you know. And so I don't know how this is all going to play out, but man, these Asian women are coming for the men, for you Caucasian women out here and you African American women. They're coming for your men. I mean, go to the gym and see, they're everywhere. They're everywhere, man. They're everywhere, and they're competing. They're not there just laying low and hiding and scared. No, these women are fierce. These women are brave, and they're competing. Right? Some of the times they're with their Asian men, but a lot of times they're by themselves, right? And hey, they're there to compete, you know. So, I just wanted to talk about this, the rise of the Asian woman. What does this mean going forward, though? You know, what does this mean going forward? Because this plays along with the agenda to mix everybody, right? To remove the normal Caucasian person or the normal African person, the normal African American ADOS person. This is the rise of the mixing. God doesn't really like mixing. He likes original, right? Right? God's not really into mixing. He's into original, right? So they want people to mix like crazy. It could be because of birth rates are going down in the Caucasian families, but they want, and maybe even now maybe birth rates are probably going down in the African American families as well. But they want this mixing because they want the confusion, right? And I'm not saying that you don't look good if you're mixed and then you're fine. I'm talking about that this is the agenda that they want. They want people to mix because when you mix with each other, you can literally wipe out history of a race. You can literally wipe a race out when you mix like this. 50 years from now, if the black race, if the African American race is mixing like we are right now at a extremely high level, we will literally wipe ourselves out, and we will literally be mixed people in 50 years, 100 years, right? And so this is what they want. They want the mixed people because mixed people tend to side with Caucasians, right? Over bronze people, over Spanish and African Americans and Africans. Most mixed people side with the whites. That's another reason why they want people to mix. Is to get rid of the race, the bronze, a lot of the bronze race, but it's also because these people right here, the Asians, side with them on most things, right? So, anyways, that's what I have. So we're gonna see how this plays out going forward, man. But these women are here. These women are here. They're educated. They're fit. They're beautiful. They got natural hair. They don't have to wear weaves and all that stuff, right? They got natural long hair. God didn't take their hair from them, all right? They got natural long hair. They got nice cars. They got they usually stay in nice luxury apartments or townhouses and condos and things like that. And they coming for the men. Like they competing. So I tried to warn people 10 years ago. Women, people didn't believe me though. But here we are. Here we are 10 years later, and these women are all over everything. I turn on you. I can turn on YouTube right now. You guys probably watched it. No, you guys didn't watch it ad on this video because this video I'm not a partner on this channel, but with YouTube. But go watch a YouTube video after this video. You might see an Asian woman on there that's 21, 22 years old talking about some Grammarly or talking about a food that she ordered online that delivers to her house, or a dating site or something. I mean, they are everywhere. You can't get rid of them. And they look like this. And some look darker, some look more Puerto Rican, some look more Arab, but they're all mixing, and they're all Asian. And at the end of the day, Asians are gonna stick with Asians. You know, Asians are gonna stick with Asians at the end of the day. They might be mixed with other things, but when you get down to it, they're gonna be like, I'm Asian. I'm Asian, right? Anyways, peace out. God bless. I'll see you guys tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow? We're going back into prayer tomorrow. We'll be doing some prayer points tomorrow, some warfare prayer tomorrow. So look out for tomorrow's video. And interesting that PJ Washington and Brittany Renner are back in the in the headlines again, trending all day on Twitter, Instagram. Like, I just did a video on them again. It looked like everything was dead. I waited till everything died off to do the video, and then boom, they're right back the next day after my video. It's unbelievable. Peace out. God bless. I'll see you guys. And I don't think my video had anything to do with that. I think it was just perfect timing. Peace out. God bless. Let's see what happens with these Asian women going forward here. I might have to do a part two on this in about 6 months to a year, just to catch up and see what's going on now with the rise of the the Asian women, and now also the Asian mixed woman, because that's really what it is. The Asian mixed woman is really the threat to the African American and the Caucasian women, right? It's the mixed women, that are, because the regular Asian women, they have the normal bodies that they always had, and they have the normal faces, but the mixed women are the ones that look like a built of sexy Caucasian women, or built sexy African American women at times. You can't even tell sometimes until you look closely and be like, okay, yeah, she's Asian. She mixed. All right. Anyways, peace out. God bless. I'll see you guys later. Eyes open.